I know that you have seen there are people who can sell anything and everything. But have you ever wondered why these people can sell anything so effortlessly? Like Kim Kardashian. She drops a new perfume, a skincare line, or hell, she can drop a coaching program and people will buy it instantly. No questions asked. Why? Because of one and only one thing: the know, like, and trust factor. People know her, they like her, they trust her, and that's what makes her brand undeniable. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I'm not Kardashian and I don't have millions of followers. But the good news for you is you don't need to be famous to build authority. What you exactly need is a content strategy that actually builds trust. So, in this video, I'm going to break down a simple framework, a simple strategy that turns your content from just getting likes and views to making people see you as a legit authority. Because people don't buy from who's the loudest, they buy from who they trust the most. So let's get into it. Why attention is not enough? A lot of people think that getting attention is the entire game. They focus on catchy hooks, viral posts, trendy audios, and yes, those might get you followers but not clients. Because most of the people who just consume short form catchy content are just freebie seekers. They'll watch your videos but they won't buy from you, because attention alone doesn't equal to trust. Trust is built when people see you as a person who can get them results. For example, I know you have seen those "here's how to make $10,000 a month" videos, right? Most of them sound like this: here's how to make 10K. Step 1, start an agency or a coaching business. Step 2, get clients. And step 3, profits. Okay, great. But that's just surface level advice. It doesn't build trust because it's weak. Now imagine this instead. If you say something like, in the last 4 months, I've made 100K. Let me show you exactly how I did it. And then you give the insights on what you did exactly. When you see the difference, the second one makes you pay attention because there is a proof. That's why the 3P principle that I'm going to show you right now is so powerful. So the 3P principle is all about proof, promise, and plan. Now, if you want to create content that build trust, your posts, your videos, your emails should follow this simple structure: proof, promise, and plan. Proof: this is what you show why people should listen to you. Promise is what you tell them what they'll learn from this piece of content. And the plan: this is where you give them the steps to achieve it. So let's break it down for you. Proof: this is used to establish credibility. The first thing people ask before they take advice is, has this person actually does what they are teaching? If your content doesn't answer that, they won't trust you. This is why every great piece of content starts with a proof. For example, a bad content should look like this: here's how to build a coaching business. But a better one sounds like this: I built my coaching business 200K per month. Here's how I did it. See how the second one instantly makes you lean in, because proof makes people believe you. And proof doesn't have to mean insane numbers. It can be a personal results, like I lost 10 kg in 3 months without starving myself, or a client win, like here's how my client went from struggling to signing 5K deals, or even a past struggle, like I was broke and confused in my coaching business until I figured out this one strategy. So if you don't have big results yet, use relatable proof, something that makes people think, yes, I feel that too. Here is an example of a business coach I would like to give you. You can say something like this: I used to post content every day and hear crickets, no likes, no comments, nothing. I felt invisible. But then I made a simple small tweak and suddenly people started engaging, DMing me and asking about my offers. Here's what I changed. Now, why this works? Because it's real and relatable. Most people have experienced low engagement. This is why it relates with them. It builds trust without exaggeration. It shows progress. Even if it's small, it makes people curious to learn more, because the goal is to make people trust that you actually know what you are talking about. Next is the promise, which creates anticipation. Now, once you got their attention, now they need a reason to keep watching, reading, or listening to you. This is where the promise comes in. Your promise tells them exactly what they'll gain by sticking around. For example, I'm going to show you how I built my 100K business without paid ads. This is a powerful promise. Another one: after testing hundreds of strategies, I found the one method that actually works. Now, why does this content pieces work? Because it creates curiosity. People don't just want content, they want transformations. Your promise will tell them that stick with me and I'll show you how to get the result you want. Then comes the third one, the plan, this is where you deliver the value. This is the time for the most important part, giving people the actual steps. This is where you prove that you know what you're doing by making things clear and actionable. For example, instead of saying like to grow your coaching business, be consistent and post more, say something like this: here are the 6 things that helped me reach the first $100K. Optimizing my social media profile so my ideal clients instantly know what I do. Making offers daily because no offers is equal to no money. Focusing on engagement, not just views. Likes don't pay the bills, DMs do. And tracking conversations so I don't lose potential clients in my inbox. Creating value driven content that actually educates and builds trust. Iterating based on feedback. Testing what works, doubling down and refining. Now, if you look at these pieces of content, each point is specific, clear and actionable. This is what separates real authority from just another content creator. So these were the 3P principle of a content strategy that build trust. Now I'm going to show you my personal 5 principles for building trust through my content strategy practices. Number 1, I especially do is I reintroduce myself regularly. Why? Because as your audience grows, it's essential to reintroduce yourself and your story periodically. Why? Because people forget and new people are always finding your content, right? So if you're not reminding them who you are, why you do what you do, and what makes you credible, they won't stay engaged for long. Imagine walking into a party where you don't know anyone. If someone greets you and immediately starts sharing advice without any introduction, it feels weird, right? The same happens on social media. If people don't have context about who you are and why they should listen, they won't engage deeply with your content. Now you might be wondering how a good reintroduction looks like. So a good reintroduction includes your background, where you started, what struggles you faced, and what led you to where are you today. It includes your philosophy, the beliefs, the values, and the principles that shapes your approach, and a recap of your accomplishments, the wins, the transformations, personal or client results, and proof of your expertise. This kind of reintroductions helps your audience immediately understand why you're worth listening to. It creates familiarity, which leads to trust. Second principles is use social proof and contextual references. People trust proof, not claims. You can talk about how great your methods are all day, but if there is no evidence, it will not stick. Social proof can come in different forms. It may be your client testimonials, the screenshots, videos, or written case studies, or it may be a personal result where you show your own journey, mistakes, struggles, and transformation. It can be milestones and achievements, any credibility boosters like hitting revenue goals, speaking at a certain event, or getting featured in the media, or even can a success story of your audience. Even if they are not your paid clients, showcase people who have taken your advice and seen the results. For example, instead of just saying my content strategy works, my offer works, show them a screenshot of someone messaging you saying that, hey, I used the strategy and booked my first 5K client. Now that's the powerful proof. That's the undeniable proof. Also, you should reference past posts. If you have already talked about a certain concept in detail, link back to it and recap it briefly. I personally do it bi-weekly or every month. I actually link back my emails to my social media contents to back up what I have said and back up my social proof and my claims. So this shows that you're consistent, credible, and have a structured way of teaching your clients. Next one is you should think like a lawyer. You should build your own case. Approach content creation like you're making a case in a court. Yes, your audience is the jury here. They need to see the facts, the logics, and the processes before they believe in you. And a solid case includes 3 things: a proof, that is a tangible results that make people take you seriously; a narrative, that is the backstory that makes your proof relatable and human; and a logic, which is a step-by-step breakdown of how you got there. For example, look at this content. Last year, I made 100K purely through organic content, but it didn't happen overnight. Here's what I did. I optimized my social media profile to clearly show who I help and how. I posted value-driven content 3-4 times a week. I engaged with my audience in DMs every single day. I made consistent offers without sounding salesy. I analyzed what worked and doubled down. Now, if you look at this content, this approach makes your content undeniable. People can see the logic, they understand the journey, and they trust the results. So make use of this. The next one is avoid the vanity metric trap. This is the powerful principle. Many coaches fall into this trap. Social media tricks people into thinking likes and views are the ultimate goal, but they are not. What matters is who is actually paying attention and taking action. So stop focusing on how many likes you get. Instead, look at who engages in your comments. Are they ideal clients or just random people? Who reaches out in your DMs? Are people asking for advice, thanking you, or inquiring about your offers? Who implements what you teach? Are people seeing results from your content and telling you about it? Remember one thing, a post with 1,000 likes but no leads is less valuable than a post with 10 likes and 2 paying clients. Engagement is important, but the right engagement is what builds trust and grow your authority. Now, if I bring it all together, this forms a long-term strategy that I personally use. So building the know, like, and trust factor is not a one-time effort. It's about showing up, proving your expertise, and being consistent over time. To recap and to give you a game plan, here's what I wanted to give you. Use the 3P principle, the proof, promise, plan to make content more trustworthy. Reintroduce yourself regularly to remind people why they should listen to you. Leverage social proofs to back up everything what you say. Think like a lawyer and build your case with logic, proof, and a compelling story. And also ignore vanity metrics and focus on the real connections and actions. Do this and your audience won't just watch your content, they'll trust you, follow you, and buy from you. And to end this video, I want to give you a final thought. Trust is built over time, not overnight. Because building trust with your audience is not a single viral post, a perfectly crafted bio, or a one-time story. It's about showing up consistently, sharing valuable insights, and proving again and again and again and again that you are the real deal. The more you reintroduce yourself, share your story, provide social proof, and back up your claims with real results, the more your audience will see you as a go-to authority in your niche. And remember, vanity metrics don't pay the bills. What matters is the real engagement, the real conversations, and the real impact you are making with the real people. So if you focus on these trust building strategies, you won't just attract followers, you will attract clients, advocates, and a loyal audience that sees you as a person who can truly help them. So take action, do these principles, these practices consistently, and soon you won't just have an audience, you will have a community that trusts you, learns from you, and invests in your expertise. Now go and build that trust, because when people will trust you, you don't need to chase clients, they will come to you. I'll see you in the next one.